Richard and I decided that we were going to go on a little road trip after our big anniversary celebration. Just have some downtime, just the two of us. And so we thought, no plans, let's just go east. And I'm so glad we did. We just left the most amazing antique and garage sale. So I'll show that in a haul video. I got some really cool things. And then we are entering Elk Island National Park. And it is about 40 minutes from us? About 40 minutes from us. And there's buffalo in here. So hopefully we'll see some buffalo.
I turned it off. It should have been turned on, and I missed that beautiful.
Okay, we're now on Bison Loop Road. So we've paid for our entrance into the park. And so we just got our eye out for buffalo. I thought they would be behind fences, but it's kind of like being on safari, but it's in the high north. We're looking for buffalo, people. I'm kind of scared. So we found this place called Astoria Lake, and there's canoeing and swimming. In all the years I've lived in Edmonton, I didn't even realize this was right outside our back door. So we found a table in the shade, so we're going to have a little picnic and then going to do some art journaling. So we're just going to dine on leftover party food, which is great picnic stuff. All these dips and breads and cupcakes and fun, fun, fun. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my junk journal. So we're here at Astoria Lake, and it looks like it might rain pretty soon, so I'll try and get most of this done here. And Richard, say hello Richard.
Hi.
Is sketching this really neat thatched house way over there and all the background. So I'm going to do a junk journal page entry. So we decided to go on this road trip, just have a quiet day after a wonderful anniversary celebration. And so I hope I brought everything I need, but if I didn't, you know what, go with the flow, hey? So the subject for my page today is about balance. It has to do with balance and sort of coming back to the middle of things. And what prompted me to do this page was so funny. I had this an orchid that I wore for my son's wedding, and they've been married 3 or 4 years now. And I took the orchid off, put it in my fridge, and I could not believe that this thing was not dying. It was the most beautiful orchid, and it didn't go brown, and it was just lovely, and I just couldn't figure out why. And then I showed it to Richard, and I said, look at this. This is like 2 years after the wedding. Look at this orchid. It still hasn't died. It still hasn't died. And he simply looked at it once, and said to me, it's because, Monica, it's not real. It's silk. And I just could not believe that for 2 years, the way I looked at it, it was real. In my mind, it was real. And so it made me just sort of think of how everybody sees things from different ways, and no matter what you believe, it isn't always what you think it is. Like, I'm still shocked that I thought that was real. To this day, I think I'd still be believing it was real if Richard hadn't just showed me, you see, look at this. This is how you know it's not real. And so it made me think about if you get different people's perspective on things and a situation, then you can then make better decisions and choices. So it's basically sometimes we're way to one side with our viewpoints and way to one side with our feelings, and sometimes we need to just come back to the middle so that we can see both sides. Or if you're way down in the dumps, then you can look up and see both sides. Before you make a decision on what you're going to do, you just can look up from the deepest depths and look at both sides of the coin, as it were. It's starting to rain a little bit here. So I'm just basically slapping down some text with some gel medium. And I've got this little tiny tripod I borrowed from my son. It is so cool. It's really low. It's like table height. And it is just the cutest thing. There. So I'll just slap that down. And I'll let that dry and I'll be right back. I'm just doing a real light wash with a beige acrylic paint. I'll hold the page up so you can see it in a second, because it's kind of hard from that angle. You can see me brushing, but you can't really see what it looks like. It's quite funny doing art journaling with raindrops coming down. So I changed locations. I'm sitting in the back of the car now because it started raining. So I've stamped this lady from that Delusion Stamps. I love these stamps. So I'm just going to color her with my Ranger Distress markers. So I've got my little lady all colored. She looks kind of funky. So in her hat, I'm going to put "Come Back to the," and I'm going to be using these little, what are they called? Chit Chats from Tim Holtz. And then for the word "middle," I've got these. These are by, I can't even remember. Oh, anyway, I'm going to punch out "middle" with my circle punch and then post them on the page. Just want to show you guys the beautiful view that Richard and I are looking at from the back of our car. It totally stopped raining, so we decided to stay here. So he's busily finishing sketching, or continuing with a sketch, and I'm continuing on with my art journal page. So I love, in my head now I've got my idea, so I'm going to make a scale, just kind of to symbolize coming back to the middle. So I think I found these brackets, so I'm somehow going to use these to make like a scale. So that one, and then some kind of posts. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'll show you my lady. I use those Tim Holtz little stickers, so cute. So it says, "Come back to the," and these letters I started to punch them out, and they're actually stickers. So I'm going to just pull off the letters that I need for the middle. So I've created my scale with 2 brackets there, and then some posts or some other brackets. And I put Missy standing there, and she's pointing to the middle. But before I glue her down, I want the background to pop with a little bit more color. So I bought some bubble wrap with me, and I am going to see if I can apply the Distress ink markers to the bubble wrap in a bright color and then just dab it along on the background. So we'll just experiment and see how that works. So here is my finished page. She says, "Come back to the middle." So you can see both sides really, really clearly. I was just saying to my husband, like, we've been kind of having such a beautiful time this weekend with our anniversary and everything. So we've been like a couple of the, of the hour, I guess you would say. But tomorrow work begins, and so we need to come back to the middle and get back to reality, but just remember all the wonderful times we had. That saying goes for if somebody is always being adulated, like movie stars or performers, and they always need somebody to remind them to come back to the middle. If you stay too far to one side, your reality becomes synthetic. It's like that flower. I believed it was real forever and ever and ever until somebody pointed out to me, no, it's not. It's artificial. Just as beautiful, but it's not real. And I think if people took more time to bring themselves back to reality, get more balance in their life, they'd have a much better life. So thanks a lot for watching us on location from, do we know the name of the lake? We're at Elk Island Park, but we have no idea what this name is called. Richard's going to check. It was kind of challenging trying to glue this down because the wind was coming, so that's why it's sideways. First of all, to get the scale on the page, and her hat's kind of going up on the next page. But you know what? That's the fun. I'll remember doing this page out here at the lake. So we can't find the name of the lake. Richard's over there at the sign trying to find it, which makes this even way more fun. We don't even know where we are, but we're somewhere in Elk Island National Park. And it's okay, we found the name. What's it called? Estonian? Estonian Lake. It's beautiful. It has an island there, an island there, and an island there. And we were talking to some people that were canoeing, and they went canoeing around all the islands and said there were some beautiful birds and wildlife. So I'll be back only if we see some bison on the way home. A wonderful day, and it's almost evening, so it's time to head back home. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!